Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been absent for a while. I'm so sorry. We've moved from Arizona to Washington and it's been a big move. And then I had a husband who was hospitalized. So we kind of took some breaks, but now we're back. Today we're going to be working in the November, December Close to My Heart. And the collection that we're going to be working with is the Evernote. And let's see if I can get it a little closer to you. So I'll explain more when we get started, but let's roll the intro and let's go from there. All right, let's see if I can get this video thing down again. Let's see. I apologize if we're off a little. But here we go. So with Close to My Heart, one of the things I love is that you can get a workshop, and I'm looking at page 22 of the catalog, and if I can get any of you a catalog, let me know. But in here, it lists everything that comes in the kit. So everything on this page, you get in the kit, of course, not the pictures, and then you can get it with or without some page protectors in there. And I love it. You can choose to do these designs if you want. Everything comes with, to make these exact pages, 3 of them. And you can choose not to do that. And that's kind of what I do. I kind of go off kilter, if you will. But if you choose to get the workshops, this is how Close to My Heart does it. They provide you with very detailed directions on how to cut the paper, what to do where. It's very, very informative, and this comes with all workshops, whether it be a scrapbook workshop or whether it be a card workshop. Love those too. So today I have all of the pieces that I'm going to use right here. Let me get my notes out here. So today I'm going to document this little precious little girl. She means the world to us. And here we go. Let's get it on screen. She is just the light of our lives. And every time she or I travel, we have a thing called a ta-da. And she's doing her ta-da while she's out hiking in the mountains. So just love her to pieces. So today we're going to document that. So today we have a piece of pine cardstock here in the background, and we're going to use that. And let's see, I'm working on a Versamat here, which I absolutely love. Helps line things up correctly. And these are my little bits and pieces I'm going to use. I'll put those off to the side, and I'm trying to keep things even for y'all. This is some of the add-in papers that you can get, and it has a very slight pattern to it. I don't know, can you see that? Let's see if I turn it towards the light, maybe. Anyways, it's like a slight hatch mark, a lot like a linen material, but there is no actual texture in the paper. It's just a printed on design. And what I wanted to do is, first of all, let me put these pieces to the side so it's a little less congested here. I'm going to take these 2 zip strips. And these are basically like, it tells you, all the papers that are in the collection, usually on the papers. So there you go. I'm going to put one there and another one down here. And before I glue that one down, let me glue the top one down. And when I say glue, I'm going to use my my tape runner here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dark piece facing down. And let me turn this upside down so it's easier. I can see better. Okay, let's put dark side strip down. I love this collection because it can be either Christmas if you want to, or it could be camping, it could be, snow. it could go so many different ways, which is what I've really appreciated, because my husband and I used to be RVers. We have a lot of outdoor photos. We have a family member that loves to go hiking, so it works out well. So next thing I've done is that I've taken this paper and I've ripped it. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see a piece that won't show as much. So if you just take this down here and you can just kind of guide it, and that way you can get your tears right. And what that allows is on Close to My Heart papers, they all have a white core. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna level these all up here on the bottom. And that's going to make it look like a mountainscape. So I'm gonna just put this one down with some regular tape. And then what I will do on the next ones is I'm gonna use some foam squares and kind of bring some height and dimension up into it. So let's get this on here. I'm gonna not make you watch all this, but I'll cut back to this when this is all in. Okay, I'm back putting on this last piece. I am putting on some foam squares into that. And attempting to try and take off the backing. If you do like this collection, I would encourage you to order it quickly. Right now, when I'm recording this, it's December of 2023. And this will only be carried as supplies last until the end of December. So kind of important to get the order in soon. And understandably, it's been a really popular collection. Okay, so we've now got that on. Now what I want to do is our precious little girl. There's another little scalloped piece that came in the collection. I'm going to go ahead and attach that underneath here and get that on there. By the way, I will list all of the supplies down below in the description bar area, just so you know what to get if you would like to do this. I want to make sure that the cut on these scallops is at the same area on both sides. So let's flip it over and do it this way. I think it'll be better. So I think that right there looks good. So what I will do is I will cut off these sides. I can possibly use that one piece for another project. And then what I want to do is I want to label, excuse me, like I said, we're getting used to this again. I want to layer this with another piece of paper. And let me see what color I'd like to do. I think I'd like to use some toffee. Just a moment, I'll be right there. Okay, actually I'm going to use acorn, I decided. I think it'll pick up on the pine cones here in the print really well. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this down. And let's see what happens here. All right, there's that. And let me get this cut off. How are your Christmas plans coming, everyone? My husband and I are keeping it simple this year. Just too much has gone on. And I think that'll just be the best for both he and I. And since it's just the two of us, it will work out well that way. So there's that. Stick those scraps aside. Never get rid of scraps. In scrapbooking, the littlest piece will always help. Okay, so that's what our little miss is gonna look like. She's out in the snow. We're gonna take this one last zip strip or branding strip, and we will attach that. And again, I want it to match the top, so I'm gonna keep the darkest side to the center of the paper. So if you hear anything, it's my husband out on the phone with his kids, I believe. So just go with it. So now we have to start putting together all the bells and whistles, as we like to call them in the industry. And what I wanted to do, let me see if I can show you. I mean, look at these laser pieces, everyone. I mean, look how detailed. Can you see them? Those are actually laser cuts. They're not die cuts, and I absolutely love them in these collections. They're so, so detailed. So I've got a bunch of those, and I've got some snowflakes here that I want to use, and some bigger snowflakes. And a little thing that says, "Baby, it's cold outside." So let's start putting some of this together. One of the things I need to do right away is I had put together an idea of trying to use this button here with some twine. And I want to wrap it around the picture. All right, so we settled with this single bow. And what I'm going to need to do is I need to get some red line tape. Red line tape is just a little bit stronger. Actually, I might use some glue dots on this. Let me see if I have some of those real quick. Okay, back with the glue dots. And again, this will all be listed below. Let me get this in here. Just press this on the back of a glue dot. Take it off. And I want this kind of taunt to look like it's pulled around the photo. I think that adds some nice texture to this page. Then we have some journaling, which I want to do. So I can get this back in frame. Again, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this spruce here, and I'm going to put this over in here, and then I will go ahead and make my journaling in my computer, and I will get that done. And let's see, let's get this glued on here. And if you can see on the back of here, see it says Project 1. Since there are 3 different pages that you can make with this collection, it actually tells you Project 1, Project 2, Project 3. So it's very, very easy to follow these directions. But, you know, then there's people like me that don't like to follow directions, you know, my life story. Put this over in here. I'm going to attach one of these. Let me get some glue over here. I think I'm going to use the gray one. I have a gray star sitting off to the side of the camera here. But these, let me put some tape on. I call them little spruce leaves. Who knows what they are, but that's what I'm calling them. And then I'm going to put some adhesive, actually some wet glue on the back there. And what I'm going to do is hold up the spruce, kind of hold them together like that, and then kind of lay them where I want them and tuck them underneath the little snowflake. There we go. And that will be where I'll put my journaling. Pardon me. And then, let's see. I had forgotten to glue this down before I did all this. So we're going to do all this. Put some glue there. I love these little bottles. They're just perfect for doing this. And so you guys can see what I'm doing. They just kind of are small, so you're able to catch what I am doing off, you know, on camera. So I just attach that with some wet glue. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out these other items, and let's see what that will look like. I think I want to do, the other thing I should say is when you get the stickies in these kits, I'm looking for one thing to show you. These are non-static pouches that you get usually for embossing. If you take these off on these stickers, excuse me, and I will oftentimes stick them to my pants to get some of the sticky off, and then I will run the non-static powder pouches over the stickies, and that way you can take some of the sticky off, and you can move these around if you want, which works out really, really well. Let's see. So if I want to put one there, if I want to stick maybe this one under here. Yep, I like that. Let's see. Another one of these little snowflakes up in here maybe. This baby, it's cold outside. I want to attach down here. And I might, you know, stick some dimensional dots on there. I cannot get the screen thing right tonight. Okay, so let's take some of these little snowflakes. Wonder what they look like down in here. We definitely need some contrast though, so let's find some of these spine or spruce leaves. And we can attach those under here. Let's do one more, you know, I like to do 3s. Although I'd like one to be shorter than the rest. Let's see. That will work there. And one of the other things that came with the kit were some little like shapes like these right here. And let me see if I can find a place for those. I think they would look really good up with this button. Except, let's see. How would this look right in there? That way we can show the twine a little bit better. And let's see. This, I wonder if I can just stick under there. And again, let's see if we can keep a triangle. Sometimes if you want, you know, the page to look real equal, then you want to have things in a triangle shape. So if we add some of this on here, then we have it in all 3 spots. So I think that'll look good. We have some texture up in there. And we have one last holdout here. Let's see. Actually, there's 2 holdouts. How about 3 holdouts? Oh, goodness. Let's put this little guy. Let's put him right there. It almost looks like some mistletoe over there, or holly, I should say. And this little guy, let's see. How would this look under here? Not so sure I like that. Let me get this glued down and I'll be right back with you and you'll see what I decided to do. Okay, so I am back, believe it or not. Let's see, square it up again, Susan. Okay, so we went ahead and I added a lot of dimension to these things, to these paper products. And I think it works. And I'm going to add my journaling here. And on my journaling, I always put, having learned because of, you know, I'm old. Anyways, I always put the, obviously the name of the person in the photo. And then I put the person's age, even if it's the old folks, because looking back on history photos, I want to know how old that person is in the photos without having to go look it up. And I also put, obviously, the date that this picture was taken, but then I'll also put the date that it was documented, just so we know, because some of the details may not be as clear. I believe this photo was several years ago. So I want to make sure that I've got a documented date, the date that the photo was taken, and then the age and name of the person in the photo. So quite a bit of information I do put in mine. So let me see if I can show you this a little bit closer up. Let's see. So there's the button. There's more detail. There's that. And that. So there you go. And I hope you'll join me again. And I promise you, we'll get some more of these under my belt and I'll get back in the groove of things. For now, bye-bye.